Later on The Tonight Show, Jay investigates the quiet American Oscar nominee, Michael Caine, models the beauteous Giselle, and yucks it up with Carol Leifer. Your local news is next.
Now on the KRBC 9 News at 10, he's accused of killing a man tonight. Hear about it in his own words. And Brownwood police are investigating the death of a 17-year-old boy. The KRBC 9 News at 10 starts in 60 seconds.
All right.
Thank you. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
This isn't going to do it.
These burritos are a bit smaller than we expected.
We're hungry.
Maybe 10?
Yeah, 10 more.
10 more.
We'll make it like an even dozen. That'll probably do us. All right, this should do it.
That's good.
Did you order some?
Big breakfast burritos. Sonic's got them, others don't. Breakfast at Sonic featuring our new, really big supersonic breakfast burrito. Fully loaded and now just $1.99. Have a good morning.
Michael Flatley's Lord of the Dance. In one incredible show, the international phenomenon seen by over 100 million people around the world, live in electrifying concert. The critics rave. Lord of the Dance is irresistible, spellbinding, and sensational.
One night only, Friday, March 21st at Abilene Civic Center. Reserved seats on sale now at the box office or by phone.
Michael Flatley's Lord of the Dance.
You're watching KRBC 9, News at 10. With Downing Bowles, Sherry Roberts, Chief Meteorologist Doc Deason, and Sports Director John Wilson.
Yeah, I killed a man. I should be punished
He's
for
accused
it,
of
but
capital.
I don't think I should face the death penalty for it.
He's accused of capital murder tonight. He talks about the crime. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Sherry Roberts. Downing Bowles does have the night off tonight. Topping our news, a confession caught on tape. He says he stabbed a man until he was dead, but that he does not deserve the death penalty. It's a story you'll only see right here on KRBC 9. Jennifer Shedd talks to Shad Edward Luvano behind bars.
Did you do it? 2 days ago, Shad Edward Luvano was a free man. Now he sits behind a thick brick wall and talks through a tiny glass window, pleading for someone to listen to him.
I don't want to face capital murder charge. I don't think capital murder is a pretty deep offense.
Luvano is charged with capital murder and could face the penalty of death for what he says was an argument gone bad.
And I've known the man for over 10 years. So, no. I went in there to talk to the man, to ask for some money, and he started talking some stuff, talking crap, about my family, and we got in a scuffle.
Then it all came out.
I stabbed him. And once I stabbed him, I kept on stabbing him, and he died.
A confession. Luvano admits that he stabbed his family friend, Terry Lee Clodfelter, 24 times until he was dead.
I ended up killing him, man. But, I didn't intend it to happen. But it happened. I wish it didn't happen, to tell you the truth.
But before this interview, Luvano was not the one talking. His girlfriend, 19-year-old Misty Michelle Rodriguez, is the one who signed a written statement for police, indicting them both in the crime.
I love Michelle, all right? I love her deeply. She didn't have nothing to do with the thing itself. She was hurt over me doing it.
Luvano says he doesn't believe that his girlfriend would tell police that he planned the murder and wants to tell her to stop if she is, because he claims he never intended to kill him.
You said you don't feel like you should face capital punishment. Is that because you don't feel like you deserve it, or because you're afraid of dying, or what is that?
I ain't afraid of dying, really. Dying is the last thing on my mind. But I want a chance to be able to see my kids again. And if I'm facing capital charges and I face the death penalty, I ain't gonna see my family.
Under capital punishment law, the state can seek the death penalty when another felony crime is committed in the process of murder. Detectives say Luvano also robbed Clodfelter. Reporting for KRBC 9, I'm Jennifer Shedd. Detectives say Luvano used a samurai sword to stab Clodfelter. Tonight he's in the Taylor County Jail with no option for bond. Brownwood police have a mystery on their hands tonight after a 17-year-old boy was found dead on the side of the road. Zachary Swan was found unconscious near his home and later died at the hospital. We're told he was skinned up a little, which could mean he fell. Police are investigating this as if a crime had been committed because they simply don't know what happened. An autopsy report has been ordered. Also in Brown County, some disturbing news about rabies. They have 11 confirmed cases of the infection, and health officials are urging people there to keep a close eye on their children outside. They also warned to watch for animals and livestock and to be on the lookout for skunks and raccoons. In other news, Abilene's largest employer could be on the chopping block as the state looks at ways to cut different costs. The Texas Department of Mental Health and Mental Retardation's budget proposal actually includes an option to close at least one of the 13 state schools. Now, there is a campus here, one in San Angelo, and 11 in other Texas cities. A specific school has not been named as of tonight. We talked with the school today. They say they feel positive that their campus will be saved. The Criminal Justice Department is also looking to make changes to keep costs down. Instead of paying county jails to house state inmates, the Texas Prisons Board voted to add more beds to state facilities. This is actually expected to ease overcrowding of the prison population. The Middleton unit is one of 7 that will be getting extra beds. They're getting 128 and say even if they fill up, they see no problems.
It's not a staffing problem on the Middleton unit. Our facilities are more than capable of handling that additional 128 offenders.
Right now, the Middleton unit is about 90% full. It's capable of holding 2,000 prisoners. Well, it feels like springtime, and Doc says we'll be creeping into the 80s later this week. Trying not to steal his thunder, let's go to him now in the Weather Center. Hi, Doc.
Hi, Sherry, and a good Tuesday evening, everybody. It was very much spring-like across the area today, even though we are a little over a week away from the was the low temperature this morning there at about 5 degrees or so warmer than you would normally expect. Nowhere near records, and temperatures tomorrow are going to be even warmer as we continue to lengthen the days out, getting a little bit longer, add another 2 more minutes of daylight tomorrow. We'll have an updated look at the 5-day planner coming up in a few minutes, which, by the way, has a few shots of rain in there. We'll do that just in a couple of minutes, Sherry.
Thanks a lot, Doc. The Abilene population has taken a hit as many of our servicemen and women are deployed. And tonight we can add about 200 reservists to that list. The men and women of the 490th Division of the Army Reserves left for Fort Bragg today. They'll train there, then head overseas. The soldiers are expected to be gone for 1 year. Well, the diplomatic back and forth and a possible delay in the UN vote could give U.S.-led forces in the Gulf more time to get ready. And more time could mean more gear and a greater margin of safety for the combat units in Kuwait. Steve Handelsman has reports from Kuwait.
With the real thing perhaps just days away, British and U.S. Marines practiced their warfighting. In a joint 6,000-man unit, they'd use light but fast scimitar tanks to sprint into Iraq. In Iraq today, Saddam's government destroyed more missiles, but took a hit from UN inspectors, demanding that Saddam, who met with his generals, account for missing biochem weapons.
And Iraq needs to submit additional documents, evidence, explanations.
As the U.S. complains about unmanned Iraqi aircraft, the famous American drone, the Predator, is rolled out daily for flights over Iraq. Predator pilots ready for remote control combat.
I'd never call it enthusiasm. I mean, we're the last people that want to go to war, but like I said, it's our job to be ready and do our mission.
And if combat comes, the U.S. side might use a powerful new weapon, Moab, the gigantic 10-ton massive ordnance airburst bomb. Moab, nicknamed the mother of all bombs. Today's test made public to be certain the Iraqis see what might be headed their way. Coming to this region for certain now is General Tommy Franks, who would run the war from the nation of Qatar south of here. Franks' visit is seen as another signal that combat could come soon. I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, Kuwait.
On the way, steam cleaning is great, but who can afford to have it done every time something gets messed up? Well, you might want to look at buying a steam buggy, but before you rush out to get one, KRBC 9's Carl Rundgren will put it to the test and let us know, does it work? And don't adjust your screen. Yes, you are looking at a kangaroo running loose with its diaper on. We'll try to make sense of it. But first, Chief Meteorologist Doc Deason will be here with a complete look at your triple Doppler 9 weather. Keep it here.
You're watching KRBC 9, News at 10. With Downing Bowles, Sherry Roberts, Chief Meteorologist Doc Deason and Sports Director John Wilson.
I was born. Being a 100% Texan is a way of life, and the best way to live it is in a 100% Texas truck, a Dodge truck. Through the end of March, you'll get our best trucks during Dodge Truck Month. You'll find our best financing offers, or you can get a generous cash allowance on Motor Trend's 2003 Truck of the Year. Plus, our best protection, our fully transferable 770 powertrain limited warranty. It all adds up to the best values in America. Dodge Truck Month, extended through March 31st.
How can you tell when a change is about to happen? When it happens, one station at a time. Shell believes change is good, so we're opening more stations in the belief that once you try us, you'll change to Shell.
The new Saturn ION has plenty of passenger space if you're ready for that next big step. And 140 horsepower engine if you're not. And electric power steering if you are. And dent-resistant side panels if you need some time to think about it. Get a 2003 Saturn ION L Series review at 0% APR financing for 5 years. For restrictions, see your retailer.
Michael Flatley's Lord of the Dance. In one incredible show, the international phenomenon seen by over 100 million people around the world, live in electrifying concert. The critics rave. Lord of the Dance is irresistible, spellbinding, and sensational.
One night only, Friday, March 21st at Abilene Civic Center. Reserved seats on sale now at the box office or by phone.
Michael Flatley's Lord of the Dance.
Most of us remember that special teacher who made such a difference in our life. Well, we want to give that teacher a tribute, our Teacher Tribute. If you'd like to nominate a teacher, write us here at this address. Teacher Tribute is brought to you by these sponsors and your friends at KRBC 9.
From your community connection. This is KRBC, Triple Doppler 9 weather. Here's Chief Meteorologist Doc Deason.
Well, if you're like me, you got a chance maybe to head outside after the dinner time there, and notice that it was a little bit breezy outdoors, but quite pleasant for it to be this early in the month of March. Let's take a look at what we have from our pollen numbers. Now, these numbers here, not quite as pleasant. Lots of folks sniffling and sneezing and just basically trying to deal with the elements outdoors. 83 grains per cubic meter of air as far as the tree count went today, and that is down by about half from what it was yesterday, so that's probably some good news there. Mold count is much lower than we have been noticing, at least of late. 728 there gives us a grand total of 818. As far as the particulate matter goes, and it, of course, has been higher even here over the last several weeks, so there is some positive news there, I would expect. Partly cloudy, 62 outside right now. Dew point temperature still holding at 59, and so we are getting close to saturation there. Wouldn't expect to see the temperature go any lower than that 59-degree temperature. And, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised, since we have a pretty strong south-southeast wind at 16, to see the dew point actually rise a little bit over the next couple of hours, and that should have us bottoming out at about 60 or so, at least in the city of Abilene. Temps team numbers tonight, 60s at most all the locations. It's 62 for Mr. Beard's house in Winters tonight. 62 also at Sweetwater. You got a pair of 64s out at Snyder and Colorado City. As we look east tonight, it is 62 right now in Cisco, thanks to the Hobbses for that. It's 62 at Eastland and also at Dealey on Brownwood right now. Brown County looking at 64. A look at our observations from the South Plains. A little bit cooler as you get up towards Amarillo right now. 52 there. They saw 80s out to the west of us today at both Midland and at Lubbock, and we'll expect to see about 80 or so tomorrow at many locations, so that's kind of a sign of things to come. 60s, though, covering most all the rest of the state. Look at these dew point temperatures, though. Notice how much moisture we have in the air, and notice the contrast from east to west on either side of the dry line, which is a pretty typical scenario we have played out here across West Texas this time of the year. Of course, the dry line again separating the more moist air, to the east from the drier air to the west. And as this dry line begins to push out towards the east tomorrow, it can and oftentimes becomes a focus point for showers and thunderstorms. I don't think we're going to see a widespread event of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Our better rain chances, and those are still rather small, come as we get in towards the Thursday and the Friday time frame. Tonight's satellite imagery shows you basically not much more than just some low clouds, and those low clouds are really kind of hard to see on the infrared imagery, but nonetheless, we will definitely take my word for it. There is a good canopy of clouds out there, and these clouds will continue to come up northward tonight as we keep that south to southeasterly wind flow at the surface, and that moisture coming in will, of course, lay us with a pretty decent canopy of clouds by tomorrow morning. So don't be surprised again that you get up tomorrow morning like you did this morning to see somewhat of a cloud deck, and that should erode by 9:30, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Here's your dry line out to the west like I was talking about. That continues to push towards the east tomorrow, and as it does so, can't rule out a stray shower or thunderstorm, especially across the eastern counties. That appears to be where we're going to have the best instability tomorrow. And that's just a fancy word for the most conducive environment for showers and or thunderstorms. And even with that situation being set up, I'm not expecting to see much more than about a 10% chance of rain across those eastern counties, even with what we do have to work with tomorrow afternoon. By Thursday, we will expect to see an additional shot of some showers as the dry line manages to hang on at least for another day. And again, those rain chances area-wide on Thursday are going to run you at about 20% or so. As we take a look at what's going on with our future winds over the next couple of hours, notice how the lines, of course, coming straight up out of the south tonight. They'll take on a little bit of a southwesterly pull tomorrow, and a good southwesterly wind is oftentimes a pretty good environment for a pretty decent warm-up, which I do expect to take place tomorrow. And you'll notice that as we begin to pull up those temperature numbers for tomorrow afternoon, which for many folks are going to borderline on 80, if you can believe that. So the southwest wind definitely playing a good part in warming us up here early part of the spring. Increasing clouds, though, tonight. We'll keep around 60 as a ballpark number to shoot for, with south winds at 15 to 20. For tomorrow, we expect to see temperatures, again, up close to around 80. We'll go 79 at least on average, but don't be surprised to see that as you cruise by the bank tomorrow. Also, slight chance of some showers across the eastern counties and south winds at 15 to 25. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow. Low clouds again late tomorrow night, 55 for your low. South winds 10 to 15. And then here comes your 5-day planner. You'll notice that within that 5 days, we're going to have a couple of shots of some showers. And we expect to see those to take place again mainly across the Thursday and the Friday time frame, with the 20% chance of rain on both days there. 81 for high on Thursday, Sherry, with not quite as warm conditions expected as we get in towards the Friday period. But nonetheless, we'll take that with whatever we can rainfall-wise, and expect to see a pretty nice weekend. 70s and 80s for a weekend around here in March.
Well, I think you've got everyone in spring fever. At least I know you've got me spring feverish, because we were talking about some friends that are going camping already.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and if you don't have spring...
that's just going to be exciting.
And if you don't have spring fever, you probably got a fever of another kind because of all the pollen in the air. So
you're either sick or enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah, no doubt. So, and if you need to get outside and just sit in the sun for a while, it's amazing what that'll do for you. Just make you feel better.
Good advice.
See, there you go.
See, and that's straight from the doc.
Well, whatever it takes.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay, sure.
When we come back, it's KRBC 9's Carl Rundgren's last venture with his Does It Work pieces. This time he tackles the steam buggy. He'll let us know if it's all hot air. That's next. You're watching KRBC 9, your community connection.
Listen up, Texas. Truck Month's the time to save big on a new Ford SUV.
I ain't got no boundaries. I don't compromise.
There's no compromising on savings during Truck Month, because every Ford SUV's running in this stampede. Explorer, Excursion, Expedition, Escape. Now with financing as low as 0% for 60 months, or cash rebates up to $3,000. It's a stampede of savings now during Truck Month, only at your Texas Ford dealer.
Hi, I'm Lane Frizzell. My family and I have been eating with Sharon Allen for the past 23 years. I want to invite you down to Sharon's Lytle Land and Cattle Company restaurant out by the fairgrounds in Shotwell Stadium. I guarantee that you'll find the best mesquite-fired steaks, pork chops, chicken, and fish, along with all the fixings like baked sweet potatoes. With the best service and atmosphere in town, it's a great place to bring your friends and family. So come on down to Sharon Allen's Lytle Land and Cattle Company, South 11th and Judge Ely in Abilene. You'll be glad you did.
We had a great family, always having fun together, and Dad was the best. He really was our hero. He always took care of us, all of us except himself. He was too busy, too proud to be bothered with the chest pains, the dizziness, the shortness of breath. He said it was no big deal. I thought Dad would be there for us always. I guess he did too. Know the signs. Go to the ER.
timing, strength, and grace under pressure. Qualities found in world show jumping champion Rodrigo Pessoa and in his timepiece, Rolex.
Find the complete Rolex collection at Busch Jewelers, 250 Cypress.
How Charlize Theron went from this to this, her 25-pound weight gain, then an all-in-the-family reunion. Plus a new all-girl reality TV show and Gwyneth's 70s flashback.
Next ET, weekdays at 6:30, following the news at 6 on KRBC 9.
Tomorrow, as America draws closer to the brink of war, Katie talks with a critical ally in the region, the Foreign Minister of Jordan. Then Jessica Lange brings normal to the small screen, and the youngest secret agent man, Frankie Muniz, only today on NBC.
Now, more KRBC 9 News. Your community connection.
Well, it is time for spring cleaning, but it's not all a bouquet of flowers because a lot of times we have to use harmful chemicals to make sure we get things clean. But one product claims it can replace all those chemicals by using the cleaning power of steam. KRBC 9's Carl Rundgren joins us one final time with this week's Does It Work?
The steam buggy claims it can keep your house clean using superheated steam. But does it work? Cleaning. It's a job that's never finished, and if you use chemicals, you might find your lungs getting cleaned along with your house. But one product claims it can get you the clean without the cough. The steam buggy is a power steam cleaner that can clean a wide variety of things using steam. No chemicals, no problems. It can also steam fabrics and clean furniture and disinfect while it does it. Of course, to do this, you need a few steam cleaning accessories. That's why the buggy comes with 2 extension wands, a nozzle, a floor brush, a squeegee, a clothing steamer, instructions, and other things I can't show because I ran out of room. But I wanted to see this thing in action against a truly nasty stain. Someone who'd seen The Shining one too many times had written red room on the side of a building with nail polish, and it was my job to get it off. First, I poured a cup of water into the steam buggy and then took it to the stain. After plugging it in and turning it on, it takes about 5 minutes to warm up, during which time it shoots hot water out of the nozzle. Finally, we see steam and it's time to clean. It blasted the polish right off the wall, though I still had to mop it up with a cloth. Unfortunately, I also started removing other things, removing paint. But how would the buggy work on a more common everyday job? I took it to my boss's house to find out. In the kitchen. First, we tried it on the sink. After about 10 minutes, the steamer ran dry, and the sink, while cleaner, still needed a lot more work. Now we were going to take it to the bathtub, but first we had to wait 5 minutes for it to cool down. Then you refill it, turn it back on, wait again while it warms up, another 5 minutes, and then you can finally clean some more. This time it was even more disappointing. While it was doing some cleaning, it was doing more damage to the caulk than to the actual dirt and grime. The whole time I kept wishing I had some chemicals to help me out. And there's another problem. This thing can burn you badly. While I was cleaning with the rag, I got a little too close to the steam and fried my finger, which left me a little shaken. You shouldn't be scared of your cleaning instruments, and this thing scares me. In the end, the steam buggy does clean without using harsh chemicals. It doesn't clean well, though, and will leave most people reaching for other products. It's a $125 gadget that doesn't clean as well as a $3 bottle of cleaner. And that should say it all. The steam buggy is, well, it's not even really all that good to begin with. It doesn't use harsh chemicals, which is good if you have allergies, and it does get into those hard-to-reach places because of all the different heads it's got. At the same time, it just isn't worth the money in that it's expensive, costing almost $100. It can burn you, and believe me, it did burn me. At the same time, it takes forever to use it because you're constantly having to wait for it to heat up, then cool down, then heat up again, so it takes twice as long to do the cleaning. All in all, it's a product I would definitely avoid, and one that's not going to save you any time or stress in your cleaning regimen. I'm Carl Rundgren, KRBC 9.
Ah, we miss Carl. Well, Does It Work is going to be taking a short vacation next week, but it will return in 2 weeks with new products and a new host, our very own Craig Carnesi. In the meantime, if you want more information on the steam buggy or if you want to email us an idea for a product, well, just reach us through our website at www.krbc9.com and click on the Does It Work logo. Well, the high school crosstown rivalry was renewed tonight in Abilene with more on the line than just bragging rights. We'll have that story and much more coming up next in sports.
I was born on the in Texas, bigger really is better. And now there's a bigger and better reason to drive our best trucks. Dodge Truck Month. Through the end of March, you'll get low financing offers, or you'll find our best deals with a generous cash allowance on Motor Trend's 2003 Truck of the Year. Plus, our best protection, our fully transferable 770 powertrain limited warranty. It all adds up to the best values in America. Dodge Truck Month, extended through March 31st.
When Sherry calls NTS Communications, she can talk to a real person, and that's me. We use Dawn and NTS for local, long distance, and internet. NTS is always on the lookout to improve my customer service. I know Sherry's very busy with internet banking, emails, and phone calls. You know, Dawn's famous for the wonderful phrase, consider it done. She can count on me.
NTS Communications. Give us a call.
Thanks, Dawn. You're my secret weapon in communications.
Backed by popular demand, Crown Carpet is doing it again. Our entire inventory of carpet, plushes, trackless, sculptures, Berbers, and California Berbers are now half price. And best of all, Crown Carpet will install your carpet for free. And as always, you get 90 days, same as cash. Now you have it all. Half price. Free installation. No money down, no payments, no interest for 3 full months.
Crown Carpet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's Think Big Month at Sonic, featuring our biggest burger ever, the Big Cheese. 2 patties, 3 slices of smoky cheddar topped with bacon and honey pepper sauce and made to order. And try our thousands of drink flavor combinations like our new Orange Cool Breeze.
If you're looking for real wood furniture at really good prices and you want a really nice finance offer to boot, you're in luck because Oak Express is having its Lucky Days 20-month no-interest savings event. So not only will you find incredible bargains like these, now through Tuesday, March 18th only, you'll also get no interest for 20 months. That's no interest until November 2004. Hurry in to make sure Oak Express's Lucky Days 20-month no-interest finance offer doesn't roll right past you.
From your community connection. This is KRBC 9 Sports. Here's Sports Director John Wilson.
There is nothing better on a spring night than a little baseball, and it's hard to find a better matchup than Abilene High and Cooper. That's exactly what we had tonight as both teams began their run through District 3-5A. Cooper getting fundamental here. B.J. Wheeler with the bunt. That drives in a run from third, and the Cougars have a 4-1 lead. Same inning, Chris Dahl rips one back up the middle. Marcus Johnson comes up firing, but his throw to the plate would be late, allowing Wheeler to score from second, capping off a 2-run inning. Cooper up 5-1. Warbirds looking to come back. Bottom of the fourth, Zachary Sides with the drive to left center field. Grant Cunningham motoring around the bases. He would come in to score, but the Cougars would be too much tonight. They knock off Abilene High by the final of 5-3. The McMurray Indians on the field this afternoon playing host to North Park. Indians coming off a loss to Montclair State on Monday. Luke Vaughn's fielder's choice scores Aaron Thomas. 1-0 Indians. McMurray looking for more here. Chris Manley with the rip, but James Nelson says, I'll take that. Snags it, turns the double play. But that was about it for North Park. Indians win 6-1 behind Jeff Beard's solid outing. He goes the distance, allowing 1 run on 4 hits. The AC Wildcats wrapping up the Alabama portion of their current 11-game road trip, taking on Kennesaw State, the number 2 team of the country in Division II baseball. Wildcats came into this game ranked number 9, so a pretty good matchup. AC, though, comes up short. They fall to Kennesaw State by the final of 6-2. The Wildcats now 17-6 on the season. The anticipation is building for the Hardin-Simmons Cowgirls as they get set to host a sectional round of the Division III National Tournament. In a nutshell, it means the path to the Final Four goes right through Mabee Complex for the 5 seniors on this team. It's really like a trip back in time when they were freshmen. The sectionals were in Abilene, and the Sweet 16 game was against then crosstown rival McMurray. Move 4 years forward, the Sweet 16 game is with another rival in Trinity, but it's on the floor where the Cowgirls have won 39 straight games.
It was just another great feeling. I mean, it's our 4th year to go to the Sweet 16, and just to get to host it again, I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited for our team.
Cowgirls and Trinity will get things going Friday night at 7:30 at the Navy Complex. Julie Goodenough led the Cowgirls to 4 straight Sweet 16s at Hardin-Simmons. Now she's at Oklahoma State and playing in her first Big 12 tournament. The Cowgirls facing Missouri. Oklahoma State gets the win tonight. They beat Missouri by the final of 56-54. Julie Goodenough still has not lost a conference postseason tournament game in her career. Cowgirls will face Texas Tech tomorrow night. The San Antonio Spurs in Milwaukee tonight, trying to snap a 6-game losing streak to the Bucks. Tim Duncan with the tip finishes with 25 points and 15 rebounds, that along with 6 assists. Gary Payton on the run here, and then just gets fancy on the dish to Sam Cassell, who sticks the jumper. Cassell led Milwaukee with 26 points. San Antonio led by 3 late. Payton trying to force overtime, but the triple won't go. Spurs finally beat the Bucks. They win tonight by the final of 105-102. A little hockey for you now. The Dallas Stars in Columbus tonight for a date with the Blue Jackets. Ulf Dahlin finds the back of the net for his 14th goal of the season. Dallas led 1-0 after 1 in the second. Steve Ott gets in on the scoring act. His third goal of the season gives the Stars a 2-0 lead where it would stay through 2 periods. Ron Tugnut in goal for the Stars tonight. He comes up with 25 saves to pitch the shutout. The 25th shutout of his career. Dallas beats Columbus tonight by the final of 2-0. And the Stars on the road kind of clearing the way for the Big 12 tournament, the men's tournament at the American Airlines Center. But again, Julie Goodenough, it was a game actually wrapped up about 10 minutes ago. They were the 8:30 game. They win, so they get Texas Tech tomorrow. So should be a lot of anticipation around here. A lot of Lady Raider fans, a lot of Julie Goodenough fans. So
a 2-point game, though. Wow.
Yeah, and to be all honest, they were the 11th seed. Not a lot of people thought that they would win this game, but a lot of people don't know Julie Goodenough's postseason history. Yeah, something like that.
Is that
so
it?
We will certainly pull for her, get you caught up tomorrow night on Texas Tech and Oklahoma State.
All right. Thanks, John.
You bet.
We'll be right back.
Got a brand new bag.
Now get 0% APR financing on every new 2003 Pontiac. Or GM owners and lessees can choose $3,000 total cash back on all new 2003 Pontiac models.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
See your Big Country Pontiac dealers today.
Dinner's here.
Now Domino's delivers the excitement of NASCAR. And for more excitement, get a large Domino's pizza with all your favorite toppings for only $9.99.
Guys.
Get the door. It's the official pizza of NASCAR.
Clearly, some people will do just about anything to get to Wesley Court first. And it's no wonder when they find out all this active retirement neighborhood has to offer. Like living in a luxurious executive home with an open floor plan, vaulted ceilings, and state-of-the-art appliances. Stake your claim before it's too late.
Mom. Dad.
Wesley Court Executive Homes, member of the Sears Methodist Retirement System.
Before creditors take your wages, understand your rights. Before they repossess your automobile, get legal advice. Before they take the roof from over your head, call this number.
Before you're left empty-handed, call the law offices of Monty J. White and Associates.
Monty J. White and Associates. When you need someone to work for you.
Tonight, Jay's all new with Oscar nominee Michael Caine, supermodel Giselle, and Carol Leifer. Plus, cloning experiments gone wrong. Then on Conan, Joshua Jackson, all new tonight.
Now, more KRBC 9 News. Your community connection.
Well, sometimes you just gotta see it to believe it, and this happens to be one of those times. Take a look at this. Now, this is rude, too. When his owner went to get his mail, the kangaroo made a break for it. Yes, sporting his diaper, as you can see there. His neighbor, Caroline, tried to grab him, but to no avail. Look, you can see right here. She takes a look at him. He's already way gone. Well, luckily, he did later hit a fence and landed right into the arms of a police officer. There's the fence, Joe.
Man,
But don't worry, because watch this right here. Right into the arms of a police officer.
Oh,
So little Roo is back home safely. I didn't know that people had kangaroos as pets.
You know, I didn't either. I've run into a sliding glass. I did that when I was little. Ran into a sliding glass door once. Didn't even see it. It was so clean. And I took my hat off my mom. Yeah, I didn't run through it. I ran into it. And I was so small that there was no running in through it. It was just running into it.
So you think that kangaroo in a diaper reminded
it was
you?
some flashbacks I really didn't want to deal with. But that's all right.
I guess when it hits the fence.
Bam! I saw
Bam.
I saw it all happen right before me again.
And we're seeing it all happen this month as far as weather-wise.
Yeah, we've been up
cold,
and down.
rain.
It was snow. Hey, what can you deal with that?
Yeah,
Look at here. Yeah, a slight chance of some rain actually tomorrow afternoon. I think it's going to be mostly across the eastern counties, and we'll come back and see folks again tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Okay.
All right, and thanks for joining us tonight, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night.
Web hosting and design provided by Leapfrog Technologies, BitStreet Internet, Abilene Online. Hairstyling provided by Vendettas.